Hello and welcome everyone again to another video. And in this video we have some battles using STARAPTOR. These battles were sent to me by VBASIST, one of the VIPs on the channel. If you guys aren't on Twitch, you would have known this guy. He runs lots of spies, and today's video he sent me a nice footage using STARAPTOR. STARAPTOR has recently got a new buff where it has access to fly. Fly is basically the old sky attack. It does basically 5 more damage than sky attack, and it's 5 energy less. I think it's 5 more damage than sky attack, and it's 5 energy less, which make it extremely good. One of the best charge moves that aren't legacy, like such as, okay, we don't talk about Frenzy and Hydra because those are legacy ones. But yeah, Fly is one of the best charge moves. It's a Drill Run clone, as I remember, I think correctly. And he's running Swampert, Galarian Weezing, and STARAPTOR. So Swampert, Galarian Weezing is technically a good safe swap because it has a neutral play against the entire meta. As you guys can see, it's a lucky Galarian Weezing. So you don't need to be picky with the IVs. Yes, you can get better, but honestly, it's the same, because usually if they have a hard counter to Weezing, you're just going to lose whether you XL or Lucky. And in the mirror, you want to win CMP, so going for the Lucky is not a bad decision. VBASIST here rocking the pose and the outfit from last season, which is good to see. He's stuck in the queue time, suffering from success because running a good Pokemon, clapping the opponents. Now he has to be punished with a long queue time. And it's a Shadow Swampert. This is a good matchup for Shadow Swampert because you can just go straight Hydro Cannon, then Mud Shot down. I do believe the counter does a lot, so you have to shield and respect this. EQ from Shadow Swampert, almost one shot the Escavalier. So that was like a nice play. That was a nice play. CMP them on the EQ. They swapped to Giratina, and we punished them with the Galarian Weezing. And as Galarian Weezing does super effective fast move and super effective charge move, and you force them to throw Shadow Sneak or Ancient Power, and both aren't the greatest. Galarian Weezing struggle always with the damage because it doesn't do lots of damage from fast moves, so you have to rely on your charge move, but you don't have bulky, you don't have enough bulk. Stuff like usually that rely on charge move, the damage such as Umbreon, usually need to be bulky. Since he revealed the player off, usually people expect a brutal swing and they don't shield, except this opponent that shielded everything. But hey, we are able to get another move, and technically they don't have energy, so we can just go straight EQ, I think. I don't know if this is Hydro Cannon range. This is gonna do a lot. And they catch on Poliwrath. Well, this is not the end of the world because we're about to use STARAPTOR, and STARAPTOR has Gust and Wing Attack. He's rocking Wing Attack. So the problem with the STARAPTOR in the past is that you have Brave Bird, Close Combat, both are self-debuffing moves, so you always end up in a bad situation when you have to punish yourself and get debuffed to throw your energy. But now you can just throw Fly in neutral situations. He is going for the Close Combat, and it does one shot. That was lots of damage. Wow. I didn't think... Oh, wait, it's Shadow STARAPTOR as well. Yeah, that was a nicely implemented by Mr. VBASIST60. I don't know what the 60 mean, but VBASIST, you know what that means. Shadow Poliwrath. This is a code breaker, so we have to swap out, and they do have a Poison Jabber. So we have to go straight Play Rough. I think you throw Play Rough, then you throw Overheat after, and you just rely that they don't have a Sludge here. Usually they don't run Sludge because they need a Steel coverage, so they have to run Flamethrower. So what do we do here? I think you just run Flamethrower. You just throw Flamethrower because it's cheaper, and if they shield, you can threaten them by almost getting to another one, and that's where like a better IV would have gotten. They do run Trailblaze, but they don't have it because they revealed both of their charge moves. So we have to shield this and go for like some extra overfarm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that was an amazing overfarm. And now we just EQ the Poliwrath. It does lots of damage because both are Shadow, so they have to respect it, and they bring in the Shadow Drapion. Close Combat does a lot, but it's still not enough. So I'm assuming he's gonna do 5 and then CMP on the Close Combat. And that was a CMP. So we need this to KO. If this doesn't KO, we lose. Wow, it does KO. And now the Fly is about to be landed on the Poliwrath, and STARAPTOR taking down 2 Pokemon, Shadow Drapion and Shadow Poliwrath. This Pokemon is doing lots of damage, to be honest. Wow. That was a sweep by STARAPTOR. Okay, moving into the next game, we are stuck on the queue time, and we are at rank 17. Swampert lead faces Giratina. This is a tough matchup for the Swampert. They have Dragon Breath, which they do. I'm assuming he's just gonna build up to the... well, technically, he doesn't need to swap out at this point, but you're supposed to bait here, because if you Shadow, a Hydro Cannon, and EQ KOs, and now that was a rough one, so he's just gonna get to the EQ. This, I think, used to KO before the nerf to EQ. Before the nerf to EQ, that used to KO. So what's the play now? You just go Wheezing, and you farm all the way down. And let's hope that they have something that's weak to this. They brought the Cresselia. This is where you need the Brutal Swing, but it's not the end of the war. Technically, you only lose if they have Future Sight. So now we have to no shield and pray that they don't have Future Sight. And they threw Grass Knot. So that was a nice call by Mr. VBASIST. So we're just going to keep throwing a move after a move. And since they baited, that means they do have it, I'm assuming. Okay, they don't have it. So both moves from Cresselia are resisted. I'm assuming since they brought Cress, they have something like Iscav. What would you have if you don't have like Iscav, like Polyrath? Oh, Dragonite. Okay. So what's the play here? I think since he's up a shield, he can just get to double flies and throw them back to back. And since he is up energy, he is supposed to throw them before the Dragonite gets to the 2 moves, I think. Yeah, because he was 1 wing attack ahead. So you get it 1 second before the Dragonite. And STARAPTOR again proving that it can sweep, but it needs more bulk. Okay, that game was tough. Let's be honest. The fact that he didn't have Brutal Swing just ended up punishing them and punishing him in that situation. But hey, he's trying to spice up his moveset, so you're technically not going to get advantage. If those move out better, everyone would be running it. But yeah, you can argue that it wasn't a bad idea so far. We have a Swampert mid. Usually the Swampert that wins CMP wins this as long as both go straight Hydro Cannon. So Hydro Cannon from the opponent and Hydro Cannon from VBASIST. Another Hydro Cannon here. He's ranked under charge as he is not trying to win the lead, I'm assuming, because he's just going to wing attack down at this point, right? He's going to STARAPTOR 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They get to the move, but we get lots of energy. Usually Swampert runs Giratina in the back, so I'm assuming that they should bring the non-Giratina here, which ended up being a Registeel. So we did 6 fast moves, which mean they are 2 fast moves away from getting to the next one, like the Zap move. Oh, why, that's so satisfying. And they do have a Metal Swampert double steal. Yeah, Trevenant doesn't exist for the opponent. That's why you guys should use Trevenant, by the way. And he is gonna overfarm a bit and just go for the double overheat. No shielding here. You technically don't shield here. He is baiting. That's mean, by the way. Just don't bait. Just don't bait. Go for the overheat and then close combat it after. We see well, technically that put them in overheat range, so it's technically not a bad bait. But yeah, that was an unnecessary bait, but it's not a bad idea as well. He is getting his 3003 wins in the Open Ultra League. I don't know if he likes Ultra League. I know that for a fact that he hates XL Pokemons. So technically that means usually like if people say that, that means they don't enjoy Ultra. Giratina lead is actually bad for the team. You want to see Giratina in the back because you have Giratina answers. And the opponent will end up bringing a Cresselia. This is a tough matchup already as the opponent running a maximum bulk team. I think our hope is that they do have a Polyrath in the back or Virizion as well. But if he wins a swap, but I don't see him winning swap. That's the problem. Was that a CMP? If it's a CMP, that's a good play. Yeah, you just no shield. Technically, you can go Swampert and Mod Shot all the way down, but you can just stay in until they throw, and then you can actually Mod Shot down. Swampert's going for the aggressive Mod Shot down, and that is insane amount of energy to have on a Shadow Swampert, because Shadow Swampert is just about to EQ everything. Okay, first EQ. Not landed. Okay, that's a CMP. Yeah, I don't like... I like here that he shielded. He no-shielded. I don't like shielding there because technically you still should be able to get to another move. And he swapped, so he saved a little health on the Swampert in case he wants to clear the debuff. So the play now is just keep over farming, throw these flies after the flies, And this is actually an annoying matchup. Look how much health the STARAPTOR lost so far. STARAPTOR is like extremely failed, but hit extremely hard. So we need the next fly to KO, which might not be possible. So he's trying to throw in CMP, but opponent did not throw. Which is actually a good play. And there is the polyrat. As I said, we need a polyrat in the back. And this shadow fly is about to hit the polyrat. It didn't it didn't KO, but that did so much damage. And that was a nice play by VBASIST. As you guys can see, I think he's running player up for the polyrats, technically, like mainly. That's why, because polyrat just gives Swampert like hard time. Because Swampert doesn't have fast move pressure against that. This is a matchup where Swampert does not win because Greedent's just a freak. And it spams charge moves after charge moves. It spams one of the best charge moves in the game, which is the body slam. We see a swap here. I think... Well, there is... Okay, I don't think there is an actual explanation to how this matchup should be played. Because Greedents just get okay, that's why... Here's the thing. This doesn't mean what he did is a bad play. I hate swapping a Pokemon that takes a neutral damage from Greedent, because that means the Greedent will just hella spam the out of this Pokemon. But that doesn't mean it's a bad play, because technically what he's doing, he's just putting them in Hydro Cannon range. So yes, he's gonna end up... he might end up sacking this, but it's not a bad sack, because he's just gonna get more farm on Swampert, and then it's a Hydro Cannon range. Opponent shielded there, and now we have to wait the switch clock and then go Swampert. And look how much Greedent did damage to this team so far. I think he's gonna do he's just gonna yeah, at this point he just wanna get rid of the Greedent. And now it's all about STARAPTOR. They do have Bubble Jellicent, which is actually bad for the team. We don't live Surf, I think. And they have Ice Beam. That was annoying. Oh, the opponent was trying to catch an obstacle. Okay, we see an insta throw after. I think he should have overfarmed. Oh my. Oh wait, they didn't have a shield. And oh my, this is... Oh, dude, we ended up dying to the bubbles. Yeah, he was trying to not take a counter damage because he was debuffed. But STARAPTOR is just extremely frail. If he gets to fly, he wins that game. So that was actually a good to see. So this is a double Shadow. I think Shadow Warring used to dominate this matchup, but not anymore. Opponent swaps in a Trevenant into a Swampert. What are you thinking? Every Swampert has a hard counter, a hard answer to the Trev. Wait, what? That Shadow Ball did half of this thing's HP. Wow. He's gonna farm all the way down. Double close combat. I think I would just bait the first one. But that's a risky bait. Yeah, just double close combat. Okay, let's see how much this does. Hopefully they don't shield. Just stop shielding. Let us see the damage. Walrein, please. Okay, you don't shield and you go straight for the EQ, but you just know when you want... Oh my. And opponent ended up having a Sylveon. Charm is resisted, so technically this is not the end of the world. And Weezing is supposed to win this matchup. Yes, they might have Psyshock, which is super effective, but Weezing is bulky, and you don't need to respect this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Good timing. So we have more energy now. I think he's just gonna undercharge. Oh, that ended up being too much already. And this over, he's gonna do a lot. I think he has a Hydro technically, or EQ. So all you need to do is just to swap and throw the EQ, and that should take the game. So that was a GG, and nicely done by Mr. VBASIST. Moving into the next one. Elo, hello. Q time. We have a Swampert into Registeel. This is a dominant matchup, and usually what's the play here? Yeah, that's a code breaker for the entire team. Yeah, you don't shield, and they hopefully shield this. You want them to shield this, so you can swap out. Okay, I mean they have Fury Cutter, which is resisted by Weezing, because Weezing is partially is part poison, which resists bug, as far as I think, as far as I'm aware, because bug died to poison. That means poison should be super effective against bug. Well, Pokemon have their own rules. Like, no, that means poison resists bug, because bug can poison. Because poison can poison the bug, but bug cannot bug the poison. So Shadow Swampert destroyed Reggie. Non-Shadow Swampert actually struggle against Reggie after the EQ nerf. That was lots of damage, so now he puts them in Hydro Cannon range. You can just safely shield, honestly. But, oh, my opponent has Flash Cannon. They are actually in fly range, so he does not need to debuff himself. I'm assuming he's just gonna farm lots of energy. Oh my, they ended up having the Zap. And they do have Swampert. Technically, they are debuffed. And it shouldn't KO, but 2 moves should. I'm assuming he's gonna call one of the charge moves here. Oh, that was a CMP. So he let this go. They do have a shield, remember that. So we need to get to 2 moves and then throw, or just fast move all the way down. And STARAPTOR here proving that it's worth the investment in the Ultra League. He's throwing a charge move. What a... I cannot say it. This is a family-friendly YouTube channel. Throwing a move on 1 HP Pokemon. Good one, VBASIST. Moving to the last game here, I think. Yeah, I think this is the 9th. There might be one more. Toxie into Swampert. This is actually a Swampert size matchup. Opponent ended up swapping to Golisopod, and Golisopod ended up getting punished by STARAPTOR. Okay, 1 fly should send this bird back to their trainer, so he's gonna end up CMPing. And STARAPTOR's, the good thing about STARAPTOR is that you win CMPs. The Ender Shot didn't end up mattering that much because it did KO for some reason. And he should be able to get to this move. And this fly can KO the Toxie, as both are frail, extremely hard-hitting Pokemons, no defense. He instantly tapped the move, hoping that they would go for the overfarm, but they didn't. And here we see that the base is going straight for the Hydro. Hydro, I think, does lots of damage here. Opponent's trying to catch on Greninja, and the base is gonna end up catching here. He's like, this is how you catch Greninja. Oh my, Hydro Cannon does a lot. This doesn't KO. So I like the no shield here. And just get to the play rough, and he should be good for this game. Play rough, taking out the Greninja, and he's going for the EQ. I know him. He's like, no, I'm not gonna Hydro. I'm gonna EQ him. And moving into the last game. So hopefully you guys are enjoying these battles. And yeah, special thank to Mr. VBASIST for sending me these amazing battles. Hella spicy. And hopefully you guys are enjoying this type of content. I know spicy battles usually don't get that many views, but hey, there is like some people who enjoy every content we post. I do appreciate those people. And if you made it this far and you're not subscribed to the channel, I don't know what you're waiting for. This matchup is so annoying to Swampert. I'd rather beat Tapu Fini, to be honest. Because you just go straight Surf, while Swampert have to land an EQ. I would actually just double Hydro at this point. Wait, I didn't know Swampert wins the 1 straight EQ. That was actually good to know. Is that a Lugia? That is a Lugia. So what do? We have to go Wheezing here. And if they go straight Aeroblast, we still, I think we still no shield because we don't take any damage from the fast move. That did nothing, dude. That did no damage. I thought that's gonna do like at least half. And they go for the Aeroblast, and then they swap into Venusaur, and the Venusaur get punished by the STARAPTOR. This is arguably a Sludge or a Frenzy. Doesn't... Wait, why did the opponent bait there? He's going to try to CMP them and throw these the Fly. This should KO them, and we have another Fly. No, he's going for the Close Combat to finish this game. And thank you so much, VBASIST, for these amazing battles, and hopefully you guys enjoyed them. And yeah, this is the end of the video. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. VBASIST ended up by burning a Lugia and close combating a Lugia with a nice 5-0. Thank you so much, VBASIST, for this amazing battle. And thank you so much, everyone, for watching to the end of the video. Hope you guys liked it. If you liked, make sure you leave a like, make the channel, subscribe, and see you in the next video. Peace.